Hello, my name is Amy Vishwanatha and welcome to Techie Housewife. Okay, so I know I'm a little bit late to the game for this one, but there were a lot of good reviews about this on YouTube and we kind of wanted to get it to see if it was really all it was hyped up to be. So I'm not talking about specs today because at the end of the day, it's really about the look, the feel, how the games play, the button mash, and how the screen looks. And of course, the battery life is important as well. So unlike the POW Kitty V90, the Retroid Pocket 2 is actually an Android-based device. And basically what that means is it has Android-based operating system. And that is cool because it means you can install Android applications on this device. I'm not sure if it actually comes with the Play Store installed. I would think it does, but we'll find out. So keep in mind, it does not have touchscreen, but that would have been a super cool feature if they had added it. Maybe they should think about doing that in the future. Okay, let's open this and turn it on. And I'll see if I need to update the firmware based on how it plays. So let's go. Let's take a look at the packaging. It says Retroid Pocket 2 on it. Enjoy a high quality gaming experience. Well, we're hoping to. It has the gaming market, so it looks like there must be some sort of a Play Store installed. We have the 24 gig Wi-Fi and battle function. It says battery looks like it's a 4000 mAh and we have high resolution, so I'm hoping the screen looks really good. And let's just dig right in. Well, there's a warning on the side. Now the back gives us a look at what buttons we have and their functions. And also it has a list of colors here. We seem to have gotten the silver. So let's see what else is on the package. Yeah. So let's open it up and see what we're going to find in here. Hopefully it looks good. Ooh, I like it. Okay, it comes with the device. And it comes with, of course, the cable for charging. Okay. Oh, USB-C. Okay. And I'll put those back in. We have just a couple of, we have the warranty card and we have an instruction manual. I'm going to put those back in and get right to it. I'm looking at the device because I want to see how this works. It's so retro looking, but I guess that's the, oh, it comes with a screensaver. I like that. That's pretty cool. But I'm not going to mess with that right now. Okay. I'm impressed. I really love the look. It lives up to its name. This looks so retro. At the same time, it feels like a similar style to the Switch Mini, but it's smaller. And it feels so well built. It feels very, very sturdy. Not plasticky, not cheap. And let me just say, for the price, I'm happy it feels this way. Let's see. This is where the card goes. You put it right there. USB-C. The power button is here, volume, and our trigger buttons. And I am glad we went with this color because it so reminds me of my old systems. And that's one thing I really like when it comes to handhelds. I like to have that feeling that I'm playing with one of my old controllers, and I think this does that. Why don't we turn it on? Well, let me just, oh, those are very nice. There's a nice bit of resistance there. You hear the clicks? Okay, so I was kind of not happy about the amount for this game, but they said the quality was good, so I did not have high hopes for this, but I do feel like I'm holding a Switch Mini, if that makes sense. So my very first impression is I'm impressed. I don't know what else to say about that. I mean, I really like this. I was not expecting it to be like this, to look so classic, I guess I'm trying to say. Totally wasn't expecting that. Let's turn it on because I am really wanting to see the screen. And let's see, does it have any? I may have to plug it in. Oh no, it has charge. Okay. Okay, it just takes a couple seconds to load. We'll wait for that. Wow, it takes a long time to load, huh? Okay, we have some tips here. The built-in gamepad can be used as a mouse, touch, and gamepad itself. That's interesting. In gamepad mode, press the start plus volume key to adjust the screen brightness. Touch indicator. Let's go switch to gamepad mode. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, look at that. So here's our little mouse type thing. I don't know how. This is gonna be fun. Okay. As a mouse, it moves really quick. I don't know how well you could actually use that, but I did get that closed. Okay, let's see what we have here. Clock, calendar, calculator, settings. Let's see, what does this do? Okay, here's the menu that came up. So let's go look. I'm curious. First thing I want to see, is there a store in here? Okay, we do have the Play Store. After seeing Palkity V90's display last week, I was so impressed with it. It was so vibrant, so bright. It looks so great. This, compared to that, might be a tad bit underwhelming, but it still looks good. Let's hit start, and that kind of helps, but we'll know really when we go into a game what the vibrance is. Let's just hit this and see what happens. Wow, listen to the sound. Speakers are excellent. And it has that whole sound quality, like, it's like surround sound almost. Very impressive for such a small device. I hope you can hear that. Let me just turn it down a tad bit so I don't want it to be too loud. Okay, so this looks like Metroid. Return of Samus. Let's hit start. I've only played Metroid a couple times. My husband absolutely loves it. So that's one of his favorite games, actually. I did have a little bit of a problem with the menus at first. I wasn't sure what to do right away, but after reading the tips a couple times, it kind of popped in my head. Let us go. Okay, got it. Now, it's very pretty. I love the green in this, actually. Hey, I got him. Dude. This is fun. Oh, and I forgot to mention, when I did turn it on, the battery is almost completely full on this. It was 97%. So, after playing this, when we go back out, we can take a look and see how much battery got used up by playing this. But I do like the colors. At least you can see the green. It's a very dark game. This really is not the greatest of games to look and see the vibrance, but it gives you an idea of how well the buttons work. And because I'm not too familiar with it, I mean, I'm having a problem just personally because I don't play this game that much. They're very responsive. They bounce back up. You can hear the click. I mean, oh, look, he moves. The tension in the buttons is pretty much perfect. The D-pad is really good. The buttons are perfect. The tension on those are exactly where they need to be, as well as the left and right and the bottom trigger buttons. They are very good. The digital joystick right here, I've not had to use, but this right here seems to move a little quick. Maybe it just takes time to get used to, but it does seem like it's a little looser. It does go back quickly, but it just doesn't seem like it has a whole lot of tension in there that might be required. So let's see how we can get back. Let's hit the home button. Yes. Oh, that was good. So let's hit A right there, go back in. And let me see if I can find another game to play. Just want to mention, it was 97% when I started Metroid, and it's 93% now. But it does look like the battery usage goes down slightly fast. Okay, so this may be a problem for people who aren't advanced enough to know when they go in, if you hit this, what do you have to do? The PAL Kitty was basically self-explanatory, and this is a little more advanced. So now I do have the Retroid Pocket 2 updated and have had a chance to play it. So is it any better now? Well, let's talk about that for a second. There are actually a couple things I think you should think about prior to purchasing the Retroid Pocket 2. It has such a cool, nostalgic, retro look to it, and that makes it so tempting to just run out and buy it. But I would like to say, just please pause before you do that. Take a second and think about if it's going to be worth purchasing it or not for you. I just have a couple of quick points, and hopefully these are helpful to you. So, though this is one of the best looking devices that actually just immediately takes you back to the good old days, it is definitely not a good out of the box experience, especially for a person like me who does not have the actual advanced knowledge of how to configure this device. I was hoping to open it, roll over it a little bit because, I mean, look at it, and get my hands on it and play for a little while. Let you know what I thought, and if it needed it, I would update the firmware. But it's more for someone who really knows what they are doing when it comes to a handheld device other than gameplay. If you are somebody who really looks forward to getting into the device and tweaking it and making it exactly how you want it to be, or experimenting, then this is totally a great buy for you. As for someone like me, I definitely do recommend PAL Kitty V90. On a more positive note, this is highly customizable with the upgrade to Android 8, and it also has the ability to use emulation front ends. We have used a front end called Dig, D-I-G, and it works very well. When you actually select the game to play, Dig launches it right away. Dig launches the correct emulator, and when you quit, the system returns to Dig. Also, getting out of a game is super easy. You just hit B and select, and you're right back to that main menu. And you just keep hitting back until you get to where you want to be. My husband still does not like the D-pad at all because he feels there's a bit of a lag, and it's especially noticeable when you play games like Punch-Out, where you have to time it perfectly to do the knockout. I thought it worked great for me when I played the first game, but I did notice as I ran through, and you'll see me playing in this video, that it didn't work as great as I originally thought, but it does work well enough that it's not really hindering my gameplay. However, the one thing I really do not like is that thumbstick on the left side. It does not have much tension, and it tends to move too quickly and makes things happen a little too quickly. I would have been happy if they would have just left it off, but that's just my opinion. So those were just a couple of points to think about before purchasing the Retroid Pocket 2. Before I forget, once the firmware was updated, my husband had his hands on it continuously, and I barely had a chance to play it. He loves the look and feel and thinks it's really comfortable in his hands. It doesn't cramp, fatigue, or hurt his hands in any way. So he really does enjoy that, and I kind of figured that that would be his because, hey, I have PAL Kitty, right? So that's all I have for this video. Please share this with your friends, hit like, hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit that little bell button so you can be notified as soon as any new content is uploaded. And don't forget, have a game-tastic day. He is a good boy. That were the... Okay, so let's open this.